Hey, good afternoon. So today I wanted to share with you how to use a website called Google Trends to help you with sourcing for Amazon, eBay, and wherever else you sell. Specifically, when you should start sourcing for something or when you should start selling the product. So I have been selling on Amazon for a year and a half now, and I have found actually, yeah, about a year and a half. And I have found that many times over the last year, I would jump on a bandwagon at the end of it. So I would be like, oh, this is the hot toy. And then I would be getting on it at the end of it. So I wanted to share with you guys a way that you can find out when is the best time to jump on a product or a series of products based upon the trends that are happening in real time. So we're actually going to look at past trends. So this is a website called Google Trends, and you can get to it by going to trends.google.com. Okay, you go to here and this will show you what's trending. So for instance, right now, Taylor Swift, Kim Kardashian, the World Cup, football, American football, like these are some top things that are trending right now. Let's see what we have. Fortnite, faux ramen, soba. Like, look, people are trending these things, right? So maybe ramen, cupcake. So I'm going to put some search terms in here for you to kind of give you an idea of how you can use this. So right now it is July 15th and people are thinking about back to school, and they might be thinking, oh, I need to start sourcing stuff for people getting ready for back to school. So I'm going to put in backpack. Okay, so that is something that somebody would be looking for to go back to school. And this shows you here, so this shows you a year in review. So this is from July 21 of 19 to right here is July 18th. So it goes in week increments. So this will show you that last year during July 21st to July 27th, like backpack searches on Google were picking up, and it peaked right here. The first week of August, it peaked, and then it kind of went down. So by the first week of or second week of September, pretty much people were back to just their normal backpack searching type of thing. So if you decide at the beginning of August that, oh, people are going back to school, I'm going to start sourcing backpacks, and you put them up there, and if you send them to Amazon, by the time you send them in and they get them and do something with them, you're like down here. So you're on the downswing of it. So your whole plan is to get at the beginning as it starts to climb. So I'm going to change this from 12 months, and I am going to put in a specific time frame. And I want to go back to, let's do like February. All right, so let's take a look so you can kind of see the upward of this. So here we are, pretty much normal. And then it starts to climb, right? First week of June, all of a sudden backpacks are starting to climb a little bit. So I'm wondering how many people get done 1 year of school and then already automatically start looking for their new backpack. Or backpacks could also be a summer thing where people want a backpack for hiking and stuff like that. So that could be a reason why it starts to trend. But my guess is this big trend right here. These are the back to school, people getting ready for backpack season, for back to school. And here we are at the peak, and then it just goes right down, and then it stays at its normal level. So that's a backpack. Let's take a look at, so Crayola crayons, right? Most elementary school kids need to have Crayola crayons when they go back to school. So here we are with Crayola, and you can see that Okay, good. So it kept my time frame I put in there. Awesome. So it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And then all of a sudden, here we are, the end of June, and things start to go up again, right? So people are not waiting till the week before. Some people are, but most people are not waiting till the week before school goes back into session before they're going to go and get their items. So here we are, of course, again, crayons. Kids are home from school. What are they going to do? Color. So it could be something that just goes up automatically in the summer. Anyhow, road trips, kids need to entertain them. You give them crayons, coloring books, and stuff. So here we go where it goes up, and then it kind of starts to shoot back down again. So again, first week of August last year was the peak, and then it went down. So if you're waiting till August to start thinking about selling back to school supplies, you may have missed the boat on the peak, or you have missed the boat, right, on the peak. And of course, Creoles, they go up and down, up and down. So what I found interesting is look at here where it starts to go up. Went up right here. This is during the shutdown, where it kind of went up a little higher than it normally does. And then it kind of came back down, and it's starting to go up again. So think about the things that you're thinking of. Think months in advance. And some things you'll be like 3-4 months. Other times you may have to think a long time in advance, especially depending on where you're sourcing them. If you're doing RA like I do, and it's just a matter of going into the stores, then as soon, like I saw backpacks are in the stores right now, the new backpacks, they came out, I don't know, like 2 months ago, I think I started seeing them putting in the new backpacks. So look at them, and you may be sooner than everybody else. If you're doing RA, you may have to buy them and create the listing and put them up on Amazon, right? And be the first ones in there with your supply of them. So take a look at them and don't wait. If you are sourcing them from wholesale, or you're going through like Alibaba, might be doing private label, things like that, then you're going to have to even look further out, especially if they're coming from overseas. So let's look at apple pie. We have fall coming. So if you, actually, I wanted just to put in apple spice without the pie. I wanted to look at this one. Here we go. So wouldn't you think normally, like a normal person like myself, I would be thinking apples. When do people think of apples? Oh, in the fall, September, October, time frame. You start picking them in September. So look at this trend. Last year, the end of June, beginning of July is when people started looking for apple products. How interesting is that? We up here in the Northeast are not even picking apples before people are already starting to do apple stuff. We're still in the dead of summer, in the summer heat, and people are already thinking of apples. So here we go, and it climbs and climbs and climbs, and it peaks right here in October. Takes a little bit of a dip, but still, I mean, even at this level, it's still a good selling product, I would think, right? I mean, we're not looking at sales, we're looking at just what the trends are. But then it peaks up again here at Thanksgiving, and then it drops back down and then gets back down to its normal type of level. So if you are looking at sourcing apple spice products, people are looking for them in the middle of summer. So don't wait until fall to start selling, or you'll be like me and you'll be jumping on something at the end of the bandwagon, right? So get on it at the beginning and enjoy from July to November of selling apple spice products, because people are looking for them all during that time. So I also wanted to share here that I found it interesting that Utah is the most interest is people in Utah doing a search for apple pie. Isn't that interesting? And then these states here that are gray, they're not. And one of them borders Utah, and it could care less. What is that? Wyoming, I think? Wyoming? Yeah, Montana and the Dakotas. So the Dakotas and Wyoming could care less about apple spice, which might be good. If you live in those areas, you might be able to get a good deal, and you wouldn't have a lot of competition from your community buying them. So what are people looking for? So related queries, Apple Spice Chattanooga, Apple Spice Columbia, South Carolina, Apple Spice Catering, which I'm assuming is a business, how to make apple pie spice, right? So people want to know. So you can buy, like at McCormick, you can buy an actual apple pie spice seasoning. Well, some people want to make their own. So maybe you want to have nutmeg and cinnamon, whatever else goes in it. I don't even know. So you might want to look at the individual things because people are going to be looking for even the individual items. And then apple pie or apple spice lunch box. Okay, so that is apple spice. So let's look at another one. How about pumpkin spice, right? Because we all hear about pumpkin spice latte. And I found it interesting last year that, yeah, this is pretty much probably going to show what I was thinking. Yeah, August. So I found last year, here it is, the beginning of August, right? End of July, that all of a sudden people were like, pumpkin spice is out, pumpkin spice lattes. And it seems like every year earlier and earlier, things start to come out and people just go crazy over pumpkin spice. And I did pretty well with some pumpkin spice items last year. I was merchant fulfilling them to reach my quota so I could sell toys because Amazon comes out with a letter usually in July that says in August to October, you must merchant fulfill 20, I think it's 25 items during that period in order to sell toys merchant fulfilled in Q4. So I hadn't merchant fulfilled really much, if anything, last year when I got that letter, and I said, "Oh gosh, I gotta figure out what to buy. Like, what can I buy that's going to sell really quick?" Now, if they do that this year, the advantage is a lot of people that are buying on Amazon are buying from third party people like ourselves that are merchant fulfilling versus only doing Amazon Prime because so many things were out of stock with Amazon Prime that they kind of learned that, oh, I can go to this third party and get it quicker. So that I think is going to be helpful this year because people will be looking for the other third parties. And I think the buy box is being shared a lot more with FBM, fulfillment by merchant sellers. So pumpkin pie items. So you can see it going up and it peaks right here in August, which is odd, right? Isn't it odd that pumpkin spice would peak at the end of August? Wouldn't you think pumpkin would be peaking in October, November? Now it goes down a little, but I mean this is still pretty good, but it drops considerably, and then it spikes the week of Thanksgiving, and then it goes down, and then like this is people do not care about pumpkin spice anything. By the time Christmas is over, pumpkin is out of their mind until July time again. So if you're waiting until October, November to do pumpkin pie spice or pumpkin spice items, you're missing the boat because people are searching for it right here, August. Come on, stay. People are looking for it in August. All right, so let's look a little further at what they're looking at. So you can see the whole country, where when we did the apple, there was a section 3 states that weren't really even looking for that apple stuff. But here we go. The whole country is looking for pumpkin. Interesting. Montana is right up there as number 1. And North Dakota. Like North Dakota could care less about apples, but they want their pumpkin. So over here, we look at what are some related queries. Pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks. Pumpkin spice white claw. Premier Protein pumpkin spice, Starbucks pumpkin spice latte 2019 release, and Dunkin' pumpkin, so Dunkin' Donuts. So people were just kind of looking, probably trying to find out, did my Starbucks, did my Dunkin' come out with their pumpkin pie stuff yet? So last year, I saw at TJ Maxx some pumpkin spice coffee that was in stock in like I think it was July or August. It was really early, July or August. and I scanned it and it wasn't on Amazon yet and I left it. I'm tempted this year to buy it, create the listing, and put it up on Amazon, because if you can be the first one to jump on, and creating a listing is not that hard, right? You just got to make sure that you are ungated in it. So if you're not ungated in grocery, I'm going to be doing a video later on how to get ungated in grocery. So that is pumpkin spice. Let's see what else. I made some notes here. All right, so let's say how about let's just put in like boys costume, right? So when are people looking for Halloween costumes? Here we go. Again, we're looking at, this is starting to tick up, end of August. So September, people are already searching, looking for costume ideas come September. So people could be looking for costumes where they are making the costume, right? So they're thinking about it early because they need to put all the pieces together for it, or they're looking for a completed costume. But if you are waiting till October, here we go. So this is obviously people are searching at the last minute for costumes. But if that's when you're thinking, oh, I'm going to put my stuff out at the even at the beginning, like this is the peak. But if you waited till the beginning of October, you've missed out on all these people who are already looking for things, right? And then, of course, if you wait to the very end, you're going to be stuck with it, because look at how it just crashes right down and people just aren't searching. They just don't even really care. So that would be like Halloween. So what about Halloween candy? There we go. So I have not seen Halloween candy in the stores yet, but I suspect we'll start to see it very, very soon. Especially now that they're clearing out what 4th of July items. I see back to school is getting all set up. That's been set up now for about a month. And we have September. People start searching for Halloween candy end of September, and then it kind of goes up. But right here, again, people are like waiting to the last minute, right? Literally the week of Halloween, they're looking for Halloween candy the most. So what does that tell you? I mean, if you are selling Halloween candy and you're doing it via merchant fulfilled, then you want to make sure that you have an express priority, something that's going to get that to them in a timely manner if they are one of those last minute people looking for candy. And then, of course, it just drops right down. And by the second week, people are pretty much done with it. And look, it just flattens right out on people searching for Halloween candy. Doesn't mean it won't still sell Halloween candy. It's just people are not searching for it. So let's say turkey thermometer. Why can I not spell today? All right, so a turkey thermometer. Here we go here. So people here really are only are interested like the week before. So that wasn't a really good one. It's probably not something I would invest in. How about a turkey baster? Yeah, same type of thing. Really, it's only towards the week of Thanksgiving that somebody is even searching turkey baster. Thanksgiving decorations. Let's just put that in. And so this one starts to creep up. Then we got like the end of September. So throughout October, you would be selling, people are looking for that. And then, of course, here we go. So the first week of November, it peaks at the first week of November, comes down a little bit. And then here's Thanksgiving week, and then it's gone. So if you have things where people are making Thanksgiving decorations, because a lot of people like to kind of have just different decorations on their table, things that are specific for each person. We used to do these little like what I'm grateful or thankful for the year or something like that. We always have these little kid crafty things. So you could do something like that, or just the decorations themselves, right? Napkins, People get all fancy. We don't, but some people get really fancy with their tablecloths, the napkins, the napkin rings, candelabra, whatever they're called, all that kind of stuff. So Thanksgiving decorations. And then let's look at so candy, let's say candy canes. When are people looking to buy Christmas candy? So here we are, the end of October, middle of October. People are already searching and thinking about Christmas candy that they love. Right? So here we go in November, of course. That's the peak season as things start to tick up. And the week before Christmas, people are thinking of candy canes, and then they just die right down. So I just find this really interesting to kind of look and think about when are people looking for specific items. I'm trying to think of what else would people be looking for. How about let's put in Christmas ornaments. Let's just see. When are people looking for Christmas ornaments? So here we go. The end of September, beginning of October, it starts to swing up. So people are already searching on Google for Christmas ornaments. So again, I think there are people who like to get things early because they do crafts, they make their own Christmas ornaments, stuff like that. So there's always that type of person versus the ones who just go and buy an ornament. So if you're not thinking about ornaments until December 1st because you see it's a hot topic and you're like, oh, I got to go source for some Christmas ornaments, you've missed the boat, right? Because after that, it just drops down considerably and goes away. So hopefully you've learned something from this in using Google's trending, and go on there and just think about things that you're selling. If there's a hot toy for the year, just kind of see what it seems like it's trending and see, is it going up or is it already starting to go down, right? How many people have cases of fidget spinners because they jumped on the fidget spinner bandwagon way too late and it had already died down? So you got to time things correctly of when is the best time to start doing it and take advantage of a seasonal item and when does it really become into season, because when you think it might be, may not be exactly when it is coming into season. So go ahead, let me know what you think, if you use it, if you're surprised by some of the criteria that you put in there. I mean, if you feel inclined to leave a comment down below and let me know what you're searching for. You might be telling people what you're selling, but it would be interesting just to kind of see what things kind of catch your eye that you're like, oh, I didn't even think that this would be something that people would be already searching for. In July, people are looking for pumpkin spice stuff, right? So get out there, get those items early. Don't wait and miss the bandwagon. And that is it. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.